Hey, what's up, Raiders? So I noticed the one thing that does intimidate new players in a specific ultimate fight called the Epic of Alexander is Phase 2. Phase 2 is called the Bird Justice and Cruise Chaser phase, in which, just like in Phase 1, you have to kill both the bosses together before the Enrage finishes its cast. This phase is notoriously known as the biggest wall of the fight, and it's due to the complexity of Nisi passing and how coordinated you must be with your team in order to execute the mechanic and the phase correctly while taking the timing of your passes into consideration. With practice and careful execution, this phase would be as smooth as butter, and it is one of the biggest reasons why I love T so much. I guarantee you it is not as scary as it may seem. All you need to do is open your eyeballs. So without further ado, let's get on with this breakdown of Nisi passing in Phase 2 of the ultimate fight, the Epic of Alexander. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started with the T2 Nisi passing video that I've always wanted to make since a very long time ago, and I didn't because procrastination is very strong. Alright, anywho's, let's get started. So for this video, I will not be going through anything else except explaining to you guys what I have my eyeballs on when I'm passing my Nisi, and how I identify who my partner is for each pass and who are my teammates' partner for their pass. Because as shot caller, sometimes it's really confusing for, let's say, first timers to do Nisi passing. But if you have a lot of experience in the fight, you can single-handedly call each colors out for your teammates, just for reference. It will be very messy, but it does help sometimes. Alright, so this is when the first pass happens. So the first pass happens between two of the same people, right? But if there is any difference at all, that is up to group discretion, right? That is only up to each and every group's discussion. Whether you want to change your partners here and there, that is all up to you. But to make it simple, to always keep the first and second pass to be always the same. So if you notice, I switch partners, I switch Nisis, or I got my Nisi from my Astro right here, my Dancer got it from my Scholar, etc, etc. So right here, I'm still holding Beta. This is when the second pass happens. So for this, the timing of your first pass will sometimes affect the timing of your third and your fourth pass. So I would definitely recommend it for players to actually count their GCDs to see which one is comfy for them. For us, it's around 2 GCDs, and then we pass. Alright, this is about 2 GCDs, as you can tell when I'm hardcasting my dots right there. So it's 2 GCDs, and then you swap. Sorry, this is the first pass. So the second pass happens for us. You know, let's just let the video go through. So the second pass happens after enumeration, right? After enumeration, for us, it's right after the tanks popped their mines. Boop, and swap, right? So for this one, it's also approximately 2 GCDs, which, you know, the group was very comfy with. So if you can, keep it consistent throughout the first and second pass. Not too early, not too fast, because over here, this is when things get a little messy. And I think third pass is quite notoriously known as to be the most confusing part for a lot of people. But what if I tell you that it's really not as hard as a lot of people think, because there are probably only 2 things that you should look at. One is above the color that is above your head. The second one is to look at your debuff list. So these are the 2 things that you should look at when you're doing this phase, the shield phase. So right here, if I look at my debuff list over here, I know I need green already. So on my screen, over here, I know who my partner is, right? So this is just from an individual's perspective. It's only your perspective. You just have to call out, I need green. And then your partner will just come to you and pass the correct color. This should be a thing where, you know, communication is established while you're doing T, because a lot of it involves good communication and good coordination. T is one of those raids that really require really very meticulous process where you actually need to be coordinated with your team, right? So over here, you just look at your debuff list and see what color you need, right? But let's say if you are having if let's say in some instances, which will happen, you will have 2 debuffs. Which one do you look at? Don't look at your debuff list, you can just look at what is above your head. When you have 2 debuff lists, one will have the little 2 marker right here, and as you can see my party list here, there will be another debuff that does not have the 2 little orange sticks right there. So in this scenario, if looking at your debuff list confuses you, look at what is above your head, because that is the color you have. And you need to pass to a partner that needs your color. Alright? So, again, you just have to look at your debuff list or what is above your head. That's all. And from there onwards, you can pass to your correct partners without dying. The one thing that normally kills a lot of teams is when the movement is done frantically and everyone gets frazzled. Right? So over here, I am going to play the video, and the movements for us is very specific. So shield goes off, flamethrower goes off. This is just a movement right there. Alright? So what we did here was, if I go back again, at the start of shield phase, we assigned our tanks to move first. Right after flamethrower goes off, that's when the tanks will start moving to pass or grab their Nisi. So as you can tell here, they move. Healers will not move yet. Once the tanks communicates that, okay, I've already gotten my Nisi, I've passed it, and then healers go. Healers will go just before whirlwind goes off. So this is like an example on how groups can dedicate which or who goes first and who goes next. For us, we did it in the way that tanks go first, right after flamethrower, and once that is resolved, the healers can go just right before whirlwind goes off. Right? So that is just a very specific way of doing it, but it's also up to your group's discretion. Just discuss with your group and I think you should be fine. Alright, going back to knowing who and what color who needs, right? If I just go back here again, let's do a little pop quiz. So the DPS are lined up in front of shield. Right? We are all lined up. So if you pause the video, can you match which DPS needs what color, or which tanks and healer need which DPS to pass their Nisi to? So if you want, give yourself time to identify the partners that are on my list right now, if you want, and let's see if you got it correct. Just remember, the little 2 markers here, it is the final Nisi that you need during gavel, right? But if during shield, you only have 1 color right there, that is the color you need during shield phase. Good God, it is very confusing, but yeah, let's try to practice, right? Just try to pause the video, practice, give yourself like a little pop quiz, and play my video after that and see if you got it right. Alright, so right here, I know on my party list, I know who needs what. I need green, so I need my paladin. My monk has purple, he needs my gunbreaker right here. My dragoon needs blue, so he needs my scholar right here. And then my dancer, she needs orange, and she needs from my astro right there. Simple, right? So simple. So if you go through the video, that is what the colors are gonna be. So my dragoon needs my scholar, and my dancer needs my astro. Ta-da! Simple. Alright, so now third water goes off. So yeah, I do have like a special HUD or a separate hub just for Nisi passing. So if you want, you can also do that if you like, if it helps. So over here, we did assign static spots for our tanks and healers. And over here, you notice, okay, so this is when I mentioned that sometimes you will have two colors on your debuff list. But if you notice that you have two, just look at what's above your head. Because there'll be one with the countdown, which is the color that you have right now, and that you need to pass. Right? So over here, I have green, my dancer has orange. Right? I can actually see, my dancer has orange, I have green, my monk has purple, and my dragoon has blue. Right? And then we look at our tanks and healers. My paladin needs orange, my gunbreaker needs purple, my scholar needs blue, and my astro needs green. So if you play DPS, all you gotta do is just look at your tanks and healers list. If you play tanks and healers, all you gotta do is just look at your DPS list. Who's gonna be your partner and whatnot. Right? It's really simple. Just that. And ta-da! Simple. Yeah, that is just the whole entirety of P2. It's a really short phase. I think it's about 2:55, 3 minutes. So depending on your kill time, it can be a little faster, right? Depends. But yeah, so that is all for P2. I'll be playing like a full video at the end. So if you want to skip to that whole entire clip, it's at the end. I will be putting timestamps down below as usual. But yeah, I'll hope to see you guys in the next video. I think my next video is going to be super long because I do want to make a POV and a thought process video for summoners, specifically for P, just like what I did for Uwu. And yeah, it's probably going to be a very big video. It's going to be a very long video, and I'm planning to separate it into 4 parts because there are 4 phases in this fight, and this fight is extremely long. So I'm going to probably break them into episodes. Alright, but anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you guys learned something, and good luck in your tea adventures. Alright, so have fun in tea. Good luck. What's your Nisi? Tanks, healers, nuggets.
Like no very.
Watch it, careful. Good job. Wait. Swap. Watch Eki. DPS carry, careful. Watch your tanks. Swap.
I have ice.
Pop. Swap. I have second water.
Move here instead.
Careful. Wait.
Yep. I'm not moving.
I'm not moving. Full with Eki.
I need green.
Hold on, before we pass, let me just...
Who needs orange?
Shield.
I need orange.
I'm coming.
Archie does, Archie does.
Go ahead, Emma.
Let water go, get ready.
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
I'm running.
I'm not moving. Go.
I'm going to the right, Emma.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Excuse me.
Alright, tanks are in, healers come.
Oh, wait.
We're good?
I have over here. Alright.
We're in.
We're in.
Who needs green?
I need green, I need green.
Oh, you're already
2,
here.
1.
Yeah.
BJ.
Doing chain on BJ.
I might not have
Move away from
Rampart
tanks.
here.
Steady. Away from tanks. Swap to CC.
Bye.
Yeah, I won't have Rampart.
You're
Focus.
You're
Thank
good.
you.
We have
Fine.
it.
Focus
I haven't
CC.
used everything I have on me.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand over here.
Yep. Archie finish BJ. Archie finish BJ.
Yeah.
Good.
Huh?
Kill.
You.
Thank you, Eki. Oh, you might
No.
They're
Should
both
be dead.
animation
Just-
long. Don't
I'm
they?
helping out
Yeah,
with
I
you.
don't.
Wait, are they dead?
They're dead.
Yeah,
They're
they're
dead.
dead. They're
Oh,
dead.
okay.